Captain Sean with Catalina Crew, and we're here. It's been a long time with Costas Christodoulou. I haven't seen you in what, a month or two?
Yeah.
No, we're over here on the Majesty 120. This is hole number 5. Give us a little insight on the boat, Costas. Appreciate it.
Okay, so this is a special design, interior design vessel. As we said before, we customize, but this one has go farther on the customization, and I believe the result is very nice. As you can see, the color is different.
Yeah.
Normally they are whites. This is gray and more black on the top. That was very nice.
Looks
the
very
application,
sleek.
yes, was successful. You can see more nice features inside. Again, designer Cristiano Gatto. So that's a nice top bar.
Yeah, man. it's ice
It's
top.
ice, yes, it's ice.
Oh my lord.
So you can have your drink and keep it cold.
Yeah, check that out. I've never seen that before. Those are ice cold.
So it was a request from the owner, a nice design by the designer, and we found a way to build it.
Always find a way. And in your history of working in the yachting industry,
yes,
you've had your fingerprint on so many boats that have gone around the world.
Yes.
That's got to be something that's got to be a cool feeling.
That's nice. That's a good feeling.
Yeah,
but it's a responsibility at the same time.
Oh, it's
yes.
a super responsibility. You can't just throw them together.
Yes. So also this galley is different in this vessel. Is what they call here in United States a country kitchen, because I think you know it already. So it is an area that is being used by the guest, not only by the crew. That's why the finishing is like the guest finishing.
Yeah, you have the island in here. The
yes.
island.
So
for entertaining while you're cooking.
Yes. And they can have a breakfast inside here. They can cook, as you say. So that's a very nice
and then you have
customization we have done.
Chef's table, so they can watch the chef cook. Yeah, that's really brilliant.
So this vessel had the feature of American voltage in parallel with the European voltage.
Okay.
Although the generators are as per European standards for 100 volt 50 hertz, we have a converter distributing 120 volts around.
Yeah, check out their plugs. Their plugs are all uniform, like when you go to a different country, out of every single one. But that's built in.
So you have sockets of 230 volt 50 hertz or 120 volt 60 hertz.
Well, so give a background, since a lot of people around the world probably don't understand. What we have in the US is 120. What is your standard?
In USA you have 120 and 240 60 hertz. In Europe we have 400 volt 50 hertz or 230 volt. Okay, so but this vessel distributes both standards. So you can have your hair dryer, your vacuum cleaner as you like, American or USA. And the appliances inside here can be replaced with any standard.
Okay.
You found European appliances, you can install. You can find USA appliances, you can install.
Well, since a lot of the boats you said are Cayman Island flagged, what is their standard?
They don't define. They don't. None of the code, either class regulations or flag state codes, they don't define you the voltage. They define you safety standards, but they don't tell you what your voltage standard will be. You select. But it is more for bigger vessel, over 100 vessel. We suggest to the client to go for European standard, because it's more spread, more known, okay? So you can find easily big machinery, water makers, pumps on this standard. Even here in Fort Lauderdale, you can find a European standard machinery.
Okay.
Okay, the difficulty comes with appliances and the things that the owners bring on board. That's why we gave this solution, so you can use USA standard appliances, and whatever the owner wants to bring, he can just plug it.
Solutions, not problems. I like that. We going this way?
We can go to the owner's cabin.
The owner's cabin. I like this carpet.
Again, always in most of the yachts, they had the carpets, they build them handmade in Dubai.
Handmade?
In Dubai.
Oh, that is, I just like, the pattern is awesome.
Yes. Nice, eh?
Yeah, super nice.
Custom made, eh?
Oh, it smells brand new. I love that brand new smell. bathroom, but this his and hers. Wait, does this shower open up to go all the way through?
Yes.
Oh, check this out.
It's in the middle.
Magic trick, David Copperfield style. Ta-da! I'll be here all week.
There is a fold-down TV.
I didn't even. Yeah. Oh, and then this is some sort of leather.
Yes. This is not a real leather.
Yeah, composite.
The composite. And there is a wardrobe here.
Yeah, and these stairs are carpeted when the other ones had like a composite floor.
So many extras on this vessel. As you can see, we fitted doors for the kids so they cannot go through the stairs, but now they remove them for the show, but they can install them back.
Yeah, and I love how when you're underway too, being able to see.
Outside.
Yeah.
Yes, it's nice. So 2 double cabins on the aft.
Less than elaborate.
1 twin cabin. That's a special arrangement because in order to reach this cabin, you have to pass from this cabin. So families like that very often because the parents are there, the childs are there, so they can control what is happening.
This carpet's like one of my favorites. And so, since you've been in the yachting industry, what are the innovations that have changed? You know, like
in general.
So, like, say when you were building a boat 15 years ago, what was like the hip trend? What are people like? What are people now, 15 years later, say that they're requesting? Like different requests that you've seen throughout your years.
So, I cannot say we have seen a big change so far.
Okay.
Of course, the equipment get better, engines get better, systems get better, but we see that more and more the people are looking for a sustainable, environmental sustainable solutions.
Okay.
They are very sensitive about the materials that we use, the possibility of recycled materials or how to recycle this material, and now the discussion is moving to energy saving, and this is where we are moving. So we know a new fuel will be forced for soon. So already they start built up in IMO standards to control your CO2 emissions and things like that. So they are applicable already on the commercial ships. So they will come to the yacht. So we know that the energy on board will not be as much as it used to be. So the new fuel will not be so rich in the future. We know that. So we try to develop systems that they run with less energy.
Yeah.
Okay, because we know that we will be controlled. It's not like now that we put as much diesel as we like and we produce as much CO2 as we like. So a control is coming.
Okay.
So we try to save energy, to utilize energy in a better way. We try to develop our condition system because that's our main consumer. As we say, we develop this heat recovery system, so we harvest the heat to reuse it, not to waste it on the sea. And more are coming from our side. And the good thing is that the owners are getting sensitive on that.
Yeah.
Because all of those things have a cost.
Exactly.
And the owner has to be aware.
And I feel like most people who buy these boats are very cost aware.
Yeah.
To get to that point, I'm just saying they would like to save money as opposed to burn money.
Yes, but they have the sensitivity. They develop the sensitivity for whatever can be less environmental, harmful, or whatever.
Well, that was the thing in Monaco. They had the sustainability hub, you know.
Yes, and you can see it more and more. You can see it more and more. Awesome. So there is a challenge. The challenge is that we have to do the same job with less energy on board.
Yeah.
a small difference. Captain's cabin has access outside of the wheelhouse. Still finished as a guest cabin.
Yeah, it's still very nice. It's plush, as they would say. And in the bridge with all the backup cameras and everything?
Yes,
Yeah, that's awesome.
with recording.
And then you got almost 180-degree view. When you
Yeah.
guys are designing the hulls and the bridges, so are there any innovations in the hull?
This hull, the specific hull, has been awarded as the best semi-displacement hull 2023.
Okay.
So it's very efficient. We can do 21 to 22 knots with those engines, and we can run at 12 knots with very low fuel consumption. So the hull is always an area that you can innovate. Small improvements, but improvements still. So we cannot say that we can increase the efficiency by 20%.
Yeah.
But it makes better sea keeping, a little bit less drag, less resistance. So, and regarding what you asked before about the last 15 years, the request of stabilization is getting more and more.
Okay.
So before 15 years, what we call today stabilization on anchor or zero speed, it was not something common. Now it's not only standard, but on a very high level. So now they try to test combinations of fins and gyros. So this is one of the things that clients are very sensitive on. And it was not like that 15 years before. 15 years before, some vessels didn't even have stabilizers.
Yeah.
Now, not only they have, but they have two different technologies, gyro and fins.
Yeah.
So, and they don't mind to invest on that because it's comfort.
Yeah, well, the fins are for when you're underway, and then the gyros are usually when you're at anchor.
You combine the gyro and the fins on the anchor,
Okay.
and on the way, as you say, only the fins can do the job. In this vessel, we have also interceptors, and they can contribute on the stabilization over 14 knots. They can stabilize, they can contribute,
Okay.
the interceptors.
So then this thing, yeah, people don't understand, even though these boats are like very high priced, items, it's still the ocean. You know what I mean?
Yes, but I can tell you that the new equipment is doing well so far, even
that's
against
what
the
I
ocean.
mean. Yeah. But to have those options is
go.
it makes your cruise going wherever you want a lot more enjoyable.
Exactly. It will never be terra firma, but it will be close to it.
Yeah. No, I hear that. Well, appreciate it. We got our EPIRB right here.
Yes, you have all of them.
Wing stations.
Wing station with this nice locking thing.
Oh, and then they actually have their logo.
Yes. So you pull it up. So you pull up those things
Oh, you pull it up and then it locks in.
and locks in.
You got your horn button here.
Yes. Both thrusters, 10 thrusters, rudders, engine controls. Okay,
There we
we
go.
can see forward.
I love the color.
Yes, the color is nice.
What's the most outlandish color you've ever painted a boat?
I think this one.
Okay.
Yes. No, we had the brown. We had the dark brown. We sent it to Australia, I think.
Okay.
Yes, a dark brown.
Oh, there's the other washing machines he was talking about up forward.
Yes. So that's a big storage area, but also service area. So crew is using it to store things or to do some laundry.
Here, Trevor.
We have laundry machines also to the crew in the crew mess, yes?
Oh, it smells nice in here.
Yes.
It's downy fresh. Well, it's cool how you use like all the space in the boat, in the vessel.
Yes, you have to utilize everything, yes?
Yeah.
Because this vessel has to comply with 300 gross tonnage, should stay under 300.
Okay.
So gross tonnage means volume. So you have to utilize everything.
Yeah, and usually, what is the reasoning why most boat builders stay under 500 GT?
Because when you cross the 500 GT, the regulations are very changed dramatically. So you go closer to SOLAS regulations, and that's why Gulfcraft achieved to build vessel on high standards, because we built a vessel of 800 gross tonnage.
Okay.
So we crossed the limit of 500, and we had to comply with these regulations. So I can tell that there was nothing in the market with certificates. So we went up to do 22 fire tests for bulkheads and decks. 22 fire tests. We achieved 16 or 17 certificates that we can only apply. And now all this knowledge that we gain by building a vessel over 500, we apply it on the smaller vessels. So this vessel gets a certificate from Cayman with 0 exemptions.
Okay.
Built as per the book, no exceptions. So that's why you can register it on any flag.
Brilliant. So when you actually do have a boat, say with the Caymans, what's the regularity that it'll come with an exemption? That it'll have an exemption?
Okay, if you are under 500, they can give you exemptions on some glass windows, hull, on some kind of fire insulation. If the certificate is not 100% matching your construction, okay, they can go for an equivalent. So they go on things like that.
Okay.
Okay, but here, no exemption.
Hey, they're perfect. 100%.
And that's what we call it, heritage of the Majesty 175. Because the Majesty 175 is the vessel that we built over 500, it's 800 gross tonnage. So we gain a lot of knowledge out of it. We gain not only knowledge, the shipyard get used to build with these regulations and standards. And now we apply it on any vessel. That's what we call it heritage.
The trickle-down effect. How long does it take from beginning to end to build one of these boats?
Okay, now we reach the level that hull number 9 can be out in 14 months.
Okay.
Okay, this took more because it has a lot of customization. But now for this size of vessel, normally 14 months.
From the beginning to
the
launch?
end, yes. 14 months.
Speed of the mongoose.
Yes, this is fast. But okay, after 9 hulls, okay, you can do that.
And how many people are putting the boat together, working on from the initial fabrication all the way through to launch? How many people put their hands on it?
It's an average 30 to 35 people, but they start less. In the middle of the construction, you can see even 80, 90 people on board, and towards the end, they slow down. So an average is 30 to 35.
And when you launch them, you sea trial them? For how long is the sea trial?
We can do it fast because, again, after hull number 1 of a new model can take some more time. It can take 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. But now this vessel, in less than 2 weeks, we finish everything. Because you have to invite the class, you have to invite the class surveyor, the flag surveyor to do their test. But okay, if they are sister vessels, you go faster.
Okay, makes sense. Oh, look at this table, it's different than the other one.
Yes.
Thank you. And when you guys are underway, do you move? Does the table get?
They have to secure them, but this is fixed. This is fixed, as you can see.
Oh yeah.
But they lay down, they tie the chairs, so they put them together.
You got the Rockford phosphates.
Yes.
Life ring.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Fine. Hi.
With Majesty or something?
Then we got
So, when the sun deck, okay, you can see still for a 120 feet vessel, still big area with full service again, refrigerators, ice makers, barbecue.
We'll get out of your way, sorry.
Sorry for that.
No problem.
For this vessel, they ask an extended table, you can see.
Oh, you can, yeah, this table folds up.
Yes. So it can fold and minimize the space.
Then we got the jacuzzi tab.
Yes.
Yeah, this boat, you can tell obviously when I'm looking out over here, you can tell the size difference.
Yes.
But it feels the same.
The volume is the same up to a point. Yes, this is much more volume. This is it is 30% more volume. No, 25% more volume. This one. Okay.
And then
Let's go to the crew area.
career
Crew and
yeah,
engine room. Yes, they're
resistant.
together.
She's slick. Watch your feet.
Yes, yes.
Dunkin' Donuts. World runs on Dunkin'.
Six people crew plus the captain, 7, 3 cabins here.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. She smells good.
Yes.
Twin collars.
MTUs 2600 horsepower, collars 80 kilowatt each, spot zero water maker. It's a double unit. It treats the water from the shore and create water from the sea. It's this combined unit that they
Oh,
have.
so you have a combined unit. So when,
Yeah.
when you're pumping water into the boat,
It filters it.
yeah, okay.
It goes through the membranes. Or when you take the seawater, they make it fresh
Yeah,
water. So it's a
desalinate
combined. Yes, it's a desalinator and a filtration at the
Yeah.
same time.
We don't like those water spots on the boat. No hard water spots.
This vessel has exterior cooling, so we can see them outside. They blow cold air to the cockpit, and we do that by using the engine room chillers. So when the engine is not running, the power of the chiller for the engine room goes outside.
Okay.
So this is a converter that creates the American Volta standard, and that's the transformer for it.
Yeah, that's badass, man. That little piece of machinery isn't cheap.
Yeah, no, it's not. But the converter creates the 60 hertz, okay, 240 volts, and give to this one.
Honestly, man, that's so cool. I've never actually seen one of those in person.
And that's the shore power converter, that you get the power from the shore and you condition it as you want it.
Yeah, and then they got that happens a lot. The horn compressor for the actual air horn, the lines start leaking and then the horn doesn't
Yeah,
work.
that
out.
you can see.
Cool. We got the urea system.
Yes,
As well.
DEF as they call it.
How did they, whoever was, working within petrochemicals, figure out that urine would break down the emissions of diesel?
They break down the nitrogen oxides.
Okay.
They break down the nitrogen. It reacts with nitrogen oxides. So yeah,
Very interesting.
yes. So we always use Dave. Our power management system is the latest, the most advanced, computerized from Dave. You can open.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Trevor, check this out. Yeah, look at even the breakers down there.
Motorized, servo.
Motorized?
Yeah, servo.
She's a warm one down here.
Yes.
I want to peek it if you don't mind.
Be-
Oh, you want me to
uh,
keep
If
this
you
open?
don't mind, yeah. I just
No,
want
no,
to-
it's okay.
Thank you.
We go up.
All right.
So from here you can have the cold air. It blows cold air. When they activate it, you have cold air here.
So as long as it's within like the ambient temperature, right?
When the engine is not running, or even if it's running, you can have cold air outside. So it blows just on your face.
Just the little innovations like that, are the ones that really intrigue me.
And we don't use extra machinery for that. We use the chillers of the engine room that if you don't travel, you don't need them. If you don't sell, you don't need it. So they can do this instead.
Yeah, that is.
We have the garage there.
Oh, let's check it out.
This garage has a beach club, let's say, application, a beach club execution. But still you can put the tender inside. We have the crane on the top, 1.1 tons, metric tons. So you can pick up the tender, put it on the platform or even inside.
Yeah, even as a gym area, anything. Multifaceted
anything.
area. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey man, great job.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
15 years in the industry.
20.
Cost 20. 20. Hold on, let me do that again. Cut it again. All right. Well, hey man, great
Thank you
job,
so
bud.
much.
20 years in the industry, CTO of Golfcraft, Kostas Christodoulou. I'm pronouncing it right, I think. Finally. Yeah, that's Golfcraft. Majesty 140. This is Majesty 120. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
Like I said,
Thank you for
anytime
coming.
you guys want to bring a boat to Los Angeles, you let us know.
For sure,
And we'll
we'll
catch
come.
you out in Dubai. For
Oh,
sure, man.
yes, you are welcome.
All right, Catalina crew, live to tell the tale. Catch you on the next one.